Welcome back to the E-classes class 10. Good morning everybody. Now let's continue our lesson from the diary of Anne Frank. Here, from the diary of Anne Frank, lesson 4. We'll continue our lesson about a little girl named Anne Frank. She used to talk too much in the class. So Mr. Casing, a maths teacher, quite old he used to get very annoyed. He used to get annoyed and give her a homework to write an essay on the topic, the chatterbox or chatterbox. And she wrote. What did she write in the essay or in the homework? Number 2, in the essay, she mentioned that she wrote that talking is a student's trait. Trait means quality. She mentioned that talking is a student's quality. How can a student stay whole day in the class without talking? It's quite impossible. So talking is a student's quality, trait. And that she would do her best to keep it under control. I tried my best, she wrote. I tried my best to control myself, not to talk. But I can't help it. She mentioned in the essay. She would do her best to keep it under control. She tried her best to keep it under control, but it was quite impossible for her. What was the reason? Now here, she also mentioned there various points she wrote, and that too in a long, providing big spaces. She also mentioned that she would never be able to cure herself. She mentioned, I would not be able to cure myself. It's quite difficult. I can't cure myself of this habit. As her mother too talked as much as she did, she mentioned that my mother also talked too much, like me. As I did means like me. So, you see, it is an inherited quality. It's a trait I acquired from my mother. My mother talked too much, so do I. So that means she could not cure herself of the habit as her mother too means still talked as much as she did. She talks too much, and that quality I adopted from my mother. It is quite impossible to remove inherited traits. Trait means qualities. Yeah, I wrote the meaning. Traits means quality. Once I inherited the quality of talking from my mother, it's quite impossible for me to remove altogether. I can't do it. I try my best not to talk too much, but still, it's by nature, it comes. That's why she wrote everything, because she needed to fill the page as well as she had to give a proper reason, you can say. In the next period, after that, Mr. Casing laughed after reading her essay. After reading the essay, Mr. Casing did not say anything. He just laughed and smiled and laughed. And in this way, the second period was going on. In the next period, again he assigned her second essay. In the second period, again Mr. Casing saw Anne Frank. She was talking in the class. She was talking, and he assigned her second essay. Again the second essay he gave. An incorrigible chatterbox. Incorrigible means which cannot be corrected. Incorrigible means something that you cannot correct it. Incorrigible chatterbox. Again she wrote and handed her homework over to Mr. Casey. She wrote and handed over her homework. And he had nothing to complain. After reading, again he had nothing to complain. He just smiled and laughed. But Anne Frank did not stop talking. She kept on talking all the time, every period or every day. However, during the third lesson, However, during the third lesson, he was very much annoyed because he saw Anne Frank still, even after giving Tutu extra homework or extra work to write an essay on the topic the chatterbox, an incorrigible chatterbox, she should have stopped by now. But Mr. Gazing saw she hasn't stopped. She kept on talking and gave her an essay entitled means the topic, titled Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. Again, the third homework was given. The third task assignment was given. Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. The whole class roared. The whole class roared. Roared means laughed. Everybody began to laugh. She had to laugh also. How can she keep quiet when everybody is laughing? When everybody laughed, she also joined them in the laughing. She had to laugh too. Though she had exhausted, she had finished everything, whatever she has to write. She wrote everything in the 3 essays. Two essays. And she had exhausted all her skill and interest on the topic. What would I write now? What shall I write? All the words I have written before. Everything, whatever I have to write, providing the right reason, the cause and necessity. I wrote everything, she said. She began to think, I wrote everything, now what shall I write in this topic? That too, quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. She began to think. Now this topic, this third essay I cannot write because I have written everything before. So she had exhausted all her interest to write, as well as the skill, interest and the words she had exhausted on the topic. Now she began to think. What happens the next after this? We'll talk about and discuss about in our next class. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you are staying safe and doing your regular studies. Don't waste your time. You need to complete your lessons and courses. So time is running out. We don't have much time. So, but still, you can go through the book and go through the online portal every time. Every day make a habit. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class, and thank you for watching the video clip. That's all. We'll take the screenshot if you don't have the book and copy it out and make a notes. That's all for today.